Hey cool cats! Today we are going to take a look at a 7-year-old video camera. Let's dive in! "2017 was an amazing year for video equipment releases, from affordable cine zoom lenses from Canon and Fujinon to camcorders like the C300 and EVA 1. 2018 also looks to be a good year on the DSLR and mirrorless front, but do you really need the latest and greatest to make good content? The Canon C300 was originally announced in 2011 and released in 2012, becoming a popular option for news, documentary, indie, and event filmmakers, quickly earning a reputation as a reliable workhorse. Replaced by its successor, the C300 Mark II in 2015, the C100 originally retailed for around $16,000 US, but now the C300 Mark I can be found on the used market for around anywhere between $2,500 and $4,000, making it available to a new group of up-and-coming filmmakers. Around this time last year, I was looking to upgrade my C100 Mark I. My options were the C100 Mark II or the original C300. I did a lot of research and the choice was not easy, as each camera has its own merits. But in the end, I chose the C300, and here are a few of the reasons why. The most obvious positive attribute of the C300 is the image. The Super 35mm sensor is great in low light, and when combined with Canon's C-Log profile, gives up to 12 stops of dynamic range in a 10-bit 422 file that holds up nicely in color grading. The monitor can be adjusted into many different angles and positions, which is actually the main reason I chose the C300 over the C100 Mark II. Well, why do you ask? Well, when placed in front of a handle, I can brace the camera against my chest and lean into the screen for a very stable shot. When filming for extended shoots, I can place the camcorder on my shoulder for support and angle the LCD down for usability. When conducting interviews, I can stand to the side of the camera with my boom pole and still monitor the visuals. The flexibility of this LCD alone makes it a great option for solo run-and-gun filmmakers. The XLRs are built into the LCD screen, which makes the camera a little top-heavy when placed onto a surface like that of a desk, but the quality of the preamps is really good, and it does come with an okay limiter. I find that I usually leave this all on automatic, as it's a little difficult to quickly operate in the field. There is no built-in microphone on the body, so the LCD and the XLRs will need to be on the camera for the majority of shoots. An external mic can be added, but it will need to be self-powered. Normally, when I shoot with a DSLR, I have to shoot with a variable ND filter on the front of the lens, but the C300 has a built-in electronic ND filter wheel, providing up to 6 stops of neutral density. Having an extra stop or two when paired with a 2.8 lens on a bright and sunny day would be nice, but if really needed, I can always add my variable ND. But operating the internal NDs is a much faster process than working with an external filter, and in video work, every second counts. The waveform is a tool I've really come to love since first using it on my C100, and it makes accurately judging exposure a breeze. Unfortunately, the C300 viewfinder, for whatever reason, is not very bright and it does not display the waveform. So I find that I'm usually using the LCD with a sunshade in most of my shooting scenarios. The camera can do slow motion, but only at 60 frames per second at a 720 resolution with no autofocus. Thankfully, having options such as focus peaking makes pulling critical focus an easy task. My camera has the dual pixel autofocus upgrade, which is an invaluable tool in the field. The autofocus is only in the center of the screen, which can limit composition, but can be overlooked due to the accuracy of the autofocus. I reassigned button number 7 on the grip to turn on and off the AF. The C300 records manageable file sizes to compact flashcards, which have now become an affordable media, and which I actually prefer due to their larger physical size, which makes them harder to lose and break. These can be set to relay for extended recording or dual for an instant in-camera backup. The startup time is a little slow, so it's best to leave the camera on during unpredictable filming such as live events and festivals. Thankfully, the batteries last several hours with a handy LED indicator for a quick status check, and they come in a couple of different sizes. The camera is built like a tank and gives me every confidence that I can bring it to any scenario to reliably execute a job. The buttons are very intuitive and make quick operation effortless. And yes, DSLRs are lighter, but I find that when I use my 1DX and 70D for video, I end up with a rig of comparable size and weight. In conclusion, the 7-year-old Canon C300 is a proven workhorse that's still a competitive video camera, which will get the job done every time for a great price. I hope you've enjoyed my quick review of the Canon C300. Feel free to check out my other reviews, documentaries, and interviews, as well as subscribe. Until next time, this is Alexander Calder Spinelli of Longbow Media, signing off. Catch you later, cool cats.